close your eyes. Think of a world you are in a plane where there's no water, no food, all the houses are destructed by flood, and you are so thirsty, you need water so badly. And then suddenly a well came and everyone is fighting to drink the water. And then people kill each other to get a single water. And there's no food. And a human cannot be survived like more than 7 days if they cannot have water. Do you want this world? Do you need a kind of world like this? No. Everyone don't like this world. You can open your eyes. Imagination of such world is so terrible that we can't even think of. We want a beautiful land with lot of natural resources and natural food and all that stuff. Today I'm talking about climate change is bad. Yes, I'm credible to talk on this because my region faced lots of climatic disaster, and I am a climate change ambassador in many organizations working in Pakistan. And my story of climate change about my region published in Paris Climate Change Program as well in a competition. So the most frequent and extreme weather events, melting glaciers and rising sea levels, all linked to a changing climate and will impact people and nature is called climate change, and it is bait for our world. Today, for my speech, I have set two criteria. My first criteria is the drowning islands of the world, and my second criteria is the economic destruction it caused to the United States. So, let's talk about my first point. So, I have choose Maldives because as Maldives is just 1 meter above the sea level and the sea level is increasing every year up to 1 centimeter. Climate change is a serious threat to low-lying islands like Maldives and whose land mass is close to sea level. On 6th April 2010, Dr. Mohammed Waheed, who is the Vice President of Maldives, shared the future story of Maldives, and he said, the Maldives stands in the front line of the climate change battle. We are one of the most vulnerable countries on earth and therefore need to adapt to climate change. Geography has made Maldives especially vulnerable to the consequences of climate change. Being land-scarce and low-lying, the country is exposed to the risk of intensifying weather events like flooding, extreme weather, and storms. So there's also a picture I'm showing here. This is the Maldives president and his minister signed a document calling on all countries to work on climate change. They are under the sea water. On April 6, 2010, Richard Damania, who is the World Bank lead environmental economist, he said that the country coral reefs which protect it from storm urges are in danger of being damaged or destroyed by poorly handled waste disposal methods. So my second criteria is the damage it caused to the United States. The economic destruction is caused to the United States, and we can see that Texas and Florida are like every year they are facing 100 billion damage to their economy just because of the climate change, the flood it caused. Hurricanes and storm urges have already devastated multiple cities in Florida, Texas, and California over the past several years. Houston is still rebuilding from the most recent flood. On 24 April 2018, an article published at howmuchdebt.net, which is an online media in the United States, its hyper-focus is on federal tax policy, found out the research about the destruction caused by climate change to top 10 in United States, in which Florida and Texas is top 2. And in the case, California comes in on the third point, and followed by New York and Georgia at the third and second point. But Kansas is still facing 6.3 billion damage every year because of climate change. So it proves that climate change is bad. Also, in this case, 63 homes on the land, though 32 burned to the ground. And there's an article on 31 December 2017, Joey Mojindo published an article in Los Angeles Times, California, largest ever fire was a force that could not be stopped. By all objective measures, we should have had catastrophic flooding, and he predicted that we should be talking billions of dollars of damage and how many people died in these fires and storms. These are some pictures, and these are some remnants of burned down homes from the Thomas Fire in Ventura, and these are the California desert fires. So, talking about, so today I have shared that the main criteria, the destruction caused to the world, and then there's also some thoughts that carbon dioxide is good for plants, and then there are some thoughts that climate change is good, but there are like little facts, and there's also a little known fact that winter deaths exceed summer deaths, but that doesn't prove that climate change is good. So there are also some high officials, like President of the United States, think that climate change is good, but many valuable thinkers think that climate change is bad. And what the United States nation think about climate change, we can.
States of America not only recognizes our role in creating this problem, we embrace our responsibility to do something about it.
Draw from the Paris Climate Accord. Thank you.
Maybe you've heard that many of Donald Trump's statements about climate change
I'm not a big believer in man-made climate change.
are at odds with the science. 97% of climate scientists agree that humans are largely responsible for global warming. We're causing it primarily by burning fossil fuels and chopping down rainforests. But a new survey finds that Trump is also out of step with the American public on this important issue. Researchers from Yale University and George Mason University find that 7 in 10 Americans acknowledge climate change is happening, and a majority say correctly that humans are largely responsible for warming the planet. Trump has denied these simple facts,
Nobody really knows.
and he's expressed both skepticism and disdain for possible fixes to global warming, from the Paris Agreement on climate.
So those who believe this climate change is bad are participating in Paris climate change program, and Paris climate program is an agreement all nations take ambitious steps to combat climatic disasters. So there are little known facts that climate change is good. So I hope that today, in conclusion, I hope that you all come to know that climate change is bad, and human activities can minimize this problem. So today we have talked about how climate change destructs our economy, and how the world beautiful islands are drowning just because of climate. So grow plant and save earth. Thank you.